Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is joshsdh, and we are back here in Terraria. Today we're going to do two things. I've been doing a little exploring of the surface level of the world, and I found two locations that I want to kind of show you. The first is what I'm hoping is going to be Sky Islands. And if you don't know what Sky Islands are, it's one of the biomes in the game. There's islands somewhere floating up here, and they can be kind of a pain to find, especially on this map because this is a large map. But there are some hints as to where you might find them. And so in my explorations, I found an area that is going to be a pretty good chance of being a Sky Island. And so I'm just going to keep running until we get to that location. I'll kind of point out why I think we have a hope of finding it. Ignore all those zombies. I'm just going to skip past them. You'll notice now that I am in full gold armor. Hooray! I found a good deposit of gold down in the dungeon areas. All my tools are gold now, and my armor is gold. So that's a good start as we're trying to move up and get better armed. Because the other part of what we're going to do today, we're here. The other part of what we're going to do today is get ready to summon Cthulhu, and we're going to go for round 2 against that dude. First, I thought I'd see if we can find a Sky Island. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to pause, record. Oh, never mind. Here comes the sun. We need to get some sunlight to kind of see what we're doing here. All right, let me kill the zombie. We'll kill the slime over here. So, Sky Islands, what I'm guessing is when the game is generated, it grabs just a chunk of land and pulls it up. And what it does is it leaves behind a wall of dirt. So in your exploration, you notice that the dirt stops with the level of the land, kind of like you see here. But when I get to this area, you'll see there's a large wall of dirt, almost like someone just ripped a chunk from here out and lifted it straight up. On the other side of this little hill, the same issue. So there's no guarantee this will be a Sky Island. At least I don't think it's a guarantee. But it's a pretty good chance that we'll have a Sky Island somewhere above us. Now the issue is it could be pretty high above us. So what I'm going to do is actually build a wall, a pillar, if you will, out of sand. And the reason I'm choosing sand is because I can knock it down very easily later from the surface. Slime, go away. Get rid of the slime. So I'm going to be able to clean up that wall, get rid of it. I'll probably leave a bunch of platforms on as I go, and that way if there is a Sky Island, it's super easy to get back up and down to. So I'm just going to go straight up like this for now. Oh! The other thing about sand is the good news is it follows physics. If you're not paying attention though, you can actually drop it on yourself and take damage. So I'm going to speed this part up because watching me jump up and down and leave a sand behind, probably not that fun. If you watch how much is in the stack, you'll just get an idea about how high I'm going. I started off with a full stack of 250. I'm guessing I'll make it before the stack ends. If not, I have another 119 below that. I'll go up probably about 500. I think that's about as high as they'll be, although they might hit up as high as 700. I don't have an altimeter. You can make one in the game, and I'll find the recipe for that and kind of display it on the side in a little bit, but I haven't bothered making one yet on this character. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so if you watch when I double jump here, you can see there's some vines up top. We found ourselves a Sky Island. Alright, so let's finish building our post and get on up there. Now Sky Islands are cool because they're going to always have a chest, and the quality of what's in the chest is going to be based off the wall material of a little house you'll find up here. So as we're coming up here, alright, let me get rid of these vines. We'll finish our wall. Looks like we have to mine our way up. That's okay. Alright, now let's get digging. I'm kind of excited that it was up here. So again, I found that hint on one of the wikis for Terraria. If I remember, I'll put the link in the show notes. But it's a good hint. That way you don't feel like you have to use a map generator to find them. It gives you a chance to find them. It still feels fair because you're using your observation skills. You're not doing anything outside the game. Although I guess looking at wikis technically outside the game. Alright, so copper bricks, copper walls, I can't really tell there, so probably not super high quality. Oh no, it might be silver. Okay, so the other thing is Sky Islands have a lot of ore off the walls, so yeah, it's a silver wall up there. So this island will have a lot of silver. If it had been gold walls, the island would have a lot of gold. Which would be very convenient if you haven't already made a full set of gold armor. At this point, not as useful for me. I can still make bars and sell it, or use it to make silver chandeliers or something. I haven't made a watch yet, so maybe I'll make a watch. So I'm just digging myself a little stairway here just to see what we get. Hopefully it's something good up there. You can see the chest waiting for us. And yes, I know that's some gold right there. I might come back for that later. Alright, let's see. Those trees could be a pain because you can't dig out from under them. So I'll have to go this way through the stone. Can I get through here? Yes, I can. There we go. Alright. So I made it to Sky Island. And let's see what our loot is. Oh, excellent. It's the Lucky Horseshoe. This is going to be awesome. So the Lucky Horseshoe is probably one of my... Well, I already said my favorite was this Cloud Bottle. This is close second because I can fall and have no fall damage whatsoever. So I'm going to be able to take a plunge off the Sky Island, for example, and that will let me build my platform if I want to come back up here. I will, just so I know where it is, and this is a good starting point to try to find other Sky Islands later. But now that I have the Lucky Horseshoe equipped, I can do this. And I'm falling, not getting hurt hopefully when I land. It's a long fall and no damage. How awesome is that? So let me show you why I have these platforms. So I'm just going to jump and place platforms as I go. And you'll see in a second the reason I have the sand is because it makes a very non-obtrusive way and a very easy way for me to get rid of this pillar in a minute. So as I keep jumping, I'm putting all these platforms up, which will give me my staircase back up here later should I want it. And then when I get back down to the bottom, again I'll just be able to free fall because of the horseshoe. Oops. I try not to put it so it needs a double jump in case, you know, I make this a multiplayer map. This will allow anyone who doesn't have a cloud in the bottle the chance to get up here. If I wanted to make it my own hidden place, I'd leave a marker of some sort and not even tell anyone this was here. Alright, so let me knock these out. There we go. So now we have a way up here. Let me just clean the staircase up a little bit. Perfect. So now I'll show you why I used sand. So I'm falling again. The ladder kind of gives you an idea of how I'm moving, and that it actually shows I'm falling, hit the ground. So now we just hit the sand, and it all just starts falling down. And so it's a nice thing because sand follows gravity. It actually has some physics attached to it that I'm able to knock it down really quickly and get the tower kind of out of the way, so that way I don't have to worry about it being blocking my left-right path. But I still now have this nice ladder going up. Ooh, that's getting some weird bug sounds. Let me see what I can do about that. There we go. Just took a little time. But now I have a nice staircase up if I want it. Because of the horseshoe, I can just jump down whenever I want fast travel down. Don't even have to worry about putting cobweb down here, so that's nice. And there we go. Now to mark it, what I'm going to do is I'll go away. I like to mark things by just putting a row of torches, because otherwise I normally wouldn't have a bunch next to each other. So now I can find it again. So that's a Sky Island. So let's go off to now our next thing I want to show you, which is a demon altar. It took me a while to find one on this map. I may have found one early on and then lost track of it. I vaguely remember seeing one before I started the tunnel to hell, but I'm not entirely positive. So now that we have the horseshoe, let's keep running over here. Nice thing is now I don't have to worry about falling even from these jumps. Splash. Because of the horseshoe. Alright. And let's see. I'm gonna keep running. I already marked it. And what we're going to do at the demon area here, let's see, so over here. Nope. Ah, here we go. So you see I left a row of torches. So down here is a demon altar. And the reason the demon altars are interesting is because they let you craft, well, ways to summon bosses. And so I've gone and collected 10 lenses. I had a blood moon recently where a bunch of the flying eyeballs came out. And the 10 lenses can be crafted at a demon altar only into a suspicious looking eye, and it may cause terrible things to occur. So now we have a suspicious looking eye. We lost our 10 lenses. And so what this will do is, if I use it at night, this will summon the Eye of Cthulhu. So I think what we'll do is, we'll call this an episode, but next episode, we're going to start off, and we're going to try summoning that eye and getting our revenge. And I'm going to be prepared. I have flaming arrows, and we have a lot more potions. So let's see. I'm hoping that'll work, and we'll be able to get Cthulhu and kill that eye and get our revenge. And that's what we'll do. So in the meantime, I'm going to use my magic mirror. I'm going to come back here, put some of this gear away, clean up my inventory. You'll notice I've been keeping it very organized down here. Complete stacks of building materials. This is going to be my row 2. It's now starting to be some complete stacks. It was just incomplete ones. Building materials I've already made, so walls and bricks. Anything naturally occurring. We're even going to count the eyes. I don't know why the dynamite's in there. Get out of there. So all of these things. I got my sand away. And so that's how that works. Over here is like gems and goodies, and then this is gear. So yeah, kind of trying to keep it a little more organized because you start getting a ton of stuff in your inventory. Well, that's it for now. We'll see you in the next episode where we take on Cthulhu. Alright, we'll catch you later. Bye.